the act when defending.
I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
People deluded, as Ian Wright just said there, I'm back again. Now, as much as I'm a fan of Arsenal, and obviously, to kind of give me some sort of, happiness after going out of the Europa League, Spurs have messed up a 3-1 lead and have drawn against Southampton, a crucial point for Southampton as they're fighting relegation. I haven't watched it, but I heard Theo Walcott got a goal and assist, and Ainsley Maitland-Niles won a penalty. So, Arsene Wenger's done it again, hasn't he? But on a serious note, as much as I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm a fan of football first. Now, Antonio Conte, can't say I feel sorry for Tottenham or anything to do with the club, but as a neutral, putting a neutral cap on, it is quite crazy and it feels like the inevitable. What I would say, if you've had Conte and Jose Mourinho, we'll be here all day if we was to count the trophies individually and between them, but there has to be a common denominator in that there's blank CVs at Spurs. So you do have to point questions of the owner, what Spurs want to do and all of these things. And it does become that sort of thing. Now, if you look at Fabrizio's comments, and I'm sure if you go on YouTube, etc., don't forget to smash the like button. Conte's come out today and hit hard, really and truly. We hit really hard at Spurs and his players. Maybe maybe he's asked questions of the board, maybe he's asked questions of himself or the players or everything. So let's look at what Fabrizio Romano has had to say. Obviously, this was on the 13th of March, but just for some context, away from obviously Tottenham's poor season, no changes on Antonio Conte's situation. Final decision will be at the end of the current season together with the club, but feeling remains the same with Conte to leave Tottenham in June. Personal/family reasons will be crucial. Spurs have not started new coach process yet. Whether what Romano is saying and what they're doing internally is two different things. Spurs have been linked with Marco Silva, the Ruben of Sporting, who actually dumped us out, etc., etc. Now, we can't play this because of copyright, but again, he was absolutely furious. He said, I don't want to hide it anymore. Here is always the same, people. He also said, here's always the same every season, no matter who's the manager. If they want to continue this way, they can change manager, a lot of managers, but the situation cannot change. Believe me, here we play for the badge. We play to make Spurs fans proud of us. You need fire in your eyes. This is unacceptable also for the fans. They follow us, pay for the ticket, and this performance is unacceptable. I see selfish players that don't want to help each other, don't want to put their hearts into this. There's no fire, no desire. You need to have that in this moment, in every moment. When you are not a team, you can't improve. Now, if you as a player and you heard that, if it the truth hurts, and there is an element of that. Conte players, the owners, they all have to take fault, but that might fire you up, or that might alienate you from Conte already. You have heard there's rumblings, they're not happy in training. Conte knows he's gone. He knows he's probably leaving. Spurs know he's gone. It's probably the race against time. Does he walk away or does he get sacked? Now, obviously, if he walks away or Spurs sack him, there's probably financial implications around that. He's obviously going to be entitled to compensation and probably a loyalty bonus if he doesn't choose to walk away and crucially sees through to the end of the season. And as much as I get on to Spurs, there's still something for them to salvage this season. Many clubs will look at them, especially those fighting relegation, or maybe Liverpool and Chelsea at this moment, even though those clubs have won stuff more than Spurs, would smash the like button. People will sit here and say, you know what, as much as you're whining, you're still 4th, 5th. I think temporarily, I could be wrong, but I saw a couple of the Spurs watch-alongs. They moved up to 3rd or could have mounted a top 3 race had they have won today. And obviously, there's Champions League football, and that indirectly either enhances or stifles your ability to convince players to join your club, to convince potential new managers, and maybe convince some players, maybe Harry Kane, to stay at the club, really. And that, that tells you everyone. He's attacked everyone, essentially. They are used to it here at Tottenham. They don't play for something important. They don't want to play under pressure, under stress. It's easy in this way. Tottenham's story, this for 10 years. There's the owner, but they've never won something. Why? Now, if you was in any other job, and you came out and said this about the owners, the CEOs, your manager or whatever, there'd be question marks, wouldn't they? Here's always the same every season. The club has the responsibility for the transfer market. The manager has the responsibility, but the players were the players. I see only 11 players that play for themselves, so he's hit at everyone. And obviously, they haven't really given him the sort of caliber of player that's elite, but they have kind of brought in a number of players, to be fair. Bentancur, Kulusevski, Romero, Perisic and stuff. Things haven't worked out. The transfer method hasn't worked out, but it's not like he hasn't necessarily been able to flush out some players. Although I do agree, Spurs need a new cycle of players. There's probably only a few of those collectively in the squad that are probably of the level to aspire to what Spurs want to aspire to. We are not a team. We are 11 players that go into the pitch. I see selfish players, players that don't want to help each other and don't put their heart. Is he asking questions of the defenders, the midfielders, the goalie, or everyone? There you have it. Until now, I tried to hide the situation, but not now, not anymore. And now, if you're finally getting at your players, it's issues. I mean, for Spurs, Pedro Porro got his first goal for you lot, so there's a silver lining everywhere. I don't think he said anything else, people. But again, I'd implore you to actually see what he said, because he's come out and hit backfiring. So we'll have to watch that. As I said, I support Arsenal Football Club, as you can see here. But I like to see what's going on in the world of football. Smash the like button, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bells. Enjoy what's left of your evening. I'm out.
There's always that active red flag, defenders.
I think it's like